credit. Obviously we hit them pretty hard there in the first 3 innings of the ball game, and they just kept answering us. And the bottom line, I felt like the difference in the ball game, quite honestly, was when they brought Lohman in. Lohman behind Corbett and Webster. We hit Corbett and Webster pretty dang good. And I thought the difference in the game, quite honestly, was Lohman. Lohman did a great job out of the bullpen for them at minimizing the damage. We just couldn't find an answer pitching wise. I think it's pretty self-explanatory. Keyshawn struggled. We brought Mac in, obviously understanding that we've got to win today's game. And Mac got hit some, Paul got hit some. And, bottom line is we just didn't pitch good enough. We couldn't keep them from scoring. Obviously the ball's jumping out of the ballpark pretty dang good. Felt like both teams swung the bat really well, but we just didn't pitch well enough to win today. And that's the difference. That's the bottom line. We needed one guy to be able to stretch out and give us some quality innings. We were unable to do that, and they were, and that was really the difference in the two teams today. And that's why they won.
Hey, Monte, this is Will Vanderbilt with Clemson Insider. Just curious, what's your message to the team, knowing now tomorrow's your last game of the season? How do you keep them focused to play that one game? I
think that, the biggest message is that we've got one game left. I think it's pretty simple. And we've got one game left. Let's go out and, from pitch one until the game is over, let's cheer for each other. Let's have great dugout energy. Let's have a lot of fun. And, this will be the last game for this team for this year. And, everybody just bring as much energy as they can for each other, and let's go play baseball. It's pretty simple.
Hey, Coach, it's David Hood with TigerNet. Have you ever seen a ball jump out of a ballpark like it was today? Even, a couple of those home runs hit by Metzinger just didn't look like they were even going to be long fly balls, and they get out.
Right. Yeah, no, I mean, obviously it's a hitter's ballpark, and I don't know if either team expected the ballpark to play that small. But there were a lot of balls hit that would have gotten out of any ballpark today too. So there were a couple there that were hit down the right field line that barely got out, but there were quite a few baseballs today that were absolutely tattooed, and both sides, quite honestly, swung the bats very, very well. First four guys out of the gates for both teams, we just couldn't get off of barrels. And, again, biggest difference was Lohman. Lohman was able to come in there, and he did a good job for him of kind of holding us at bay there for 4 innings. And then they separated, with their lead from there.
Hey, Monte, it's Will again. How's the mood in the clubhouse? How are the guys right now?
Well, I think they're down in the dumps right now. Obviously that's a tough loss. I think we all knew what the day represented for us, that our season, pretty much, was dependent upon today's game. And I think the guys knew that. They're down in the dumps. The energy was great today. I mean, the guys came out ready to go. They competed. There wasn't a guy in there that wasn't competing as hard as he could for his team today. And, obviously I haven't had a chance to talk to them after today's game and all that stuff, but I'm sure they're hurting pretty bad, especially the older guys in the program that, going into tomorrow, may be the last ball game they play for us.
Any other questions for Coach Lee?
Hey, Coach, it's David again. What do you do with your pitching staff tomorrow? Kind of what is your plan of attack with those guys?
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to meet with with Andrew and Bradley. We'll all meet here in a little while and try to come up with a game plan. I mean, we've got a number of guys available. Davis is available, Clayton's available, Hoffman hasn't thrown, Hughes hasn't thrown. I'm assuming I don't know, Jeff might be able to go short. Paul could probably go short if needed. We have Pandia, we have Raffield. We'll certainly check in with Caden Grice, see how he's feeling. But I would say, just off the top of my head, David, Davis Sharp, Nick Clayton, Nick Hoffman, those 3 guys stand out to me right now. as guys that will pitch tomorrow, and maybe even some of the freshmen, the Olin Chucks and the Ricky Williams and Alex Edmondson and some of those guys may try to get them in the ball game as well. So we've got plenty of options. We haven't had a chance to discuss what we'll do starting pitching wise for tomorrow. So we'll circle up this afternoon as a coaching staff and try to make that decision.
Any other questions?
Monty, this is Matt. What do you tell the team tomorrow coming to the ballpark, trying to get those guys motivated after the way today went?
Yeah, like I said earlier, Matt, the bottom line is tomorrow's the last game of the season for our team. So as far as motivation goes, I think the motivation is for each other. It's for the guys that are going to be leaving the program that won't be with us anymore, whether it's by graduation or whether it's by the draft. That, there's going to be quite a few guys tomorrow that have played a lot of baseball in a Clemson uniform. And tomorrow's about them. We need to go out and just compete as hard as we can for those guys. And, let's play a good baseball game. That's the bottom line. Let's go out and just enjoy competing together for the last time. I think that's really the message that I'll have for the team tomorrow.
Hey, Monty, it's Will again. Does it seem weird because you guys are used to playing in the postseason? You're used to playing in the postseason. Does it seem weird that you're not going to be after this game?
Yeah, it seems really weird. Again, this is my 13th year as a head coach, and my expectations as a head coach is to always be in the postseason, and we've had a nice run here at Clemson of being in the postseason. So, I don't know if weird is the right word or not. I think it's just trying to come to grips with it. Quite honestly, Will, just the reality of it is really, really hard right now. I got to look at myself first. That, one thing, you guys know this, I'm going to be very accountable for everything in this program. So I'm going to look at myself first and look, as we get through tomorrow, what do I got to do a better job of? What do us as a coaching staff got to do a better job of to prepare our guys for next year? For some of these players in the program that will be back, to make sure that we put them in a position to be successful and play in the postseason, because we got a lot of really good players in here. We've got some young guys in this program that are outstanding players, and they have expectations of playing in the postseason as well. So I failed them. That's the bottom line. I failed our club I didn't do a good enough job this year of putting them in a position to be successful and getting into the postseason. So, for me, that's the feeling right now, is I feel like I've failed our club, and I know what the expectations are. I haven't lived up to that standard and that expectation this year. And I'm going to do everything I can to try to fix some of these issues. And I just need to do a better job as the head coach and the leader of the program. And, so yeah, I don't know if weird's the right word. It's more, feel, pretty disappointed in myself. And I got to look at myself in the mirror first and foremost.
Anything else for Coach? All right. Thank you, Coach.